it's Miss Amanda from the library. Happy Hispanic Heritage Month. One of my favorite artists is named Frida Kahlo. This is a very unique book about her, written by one of my favorite Hispanic authors, Yuyi Morales. Viva Frida! Viva Frida! By Yuyi Morales. Soy, I am. Yo, I. Busco, search. Veo, I see. Aha, aha. Juego, I play. Say, I know. Sueño, I dream. Y me doy cuenta, and I realize. De que, that. Siento, I feel. Y entiendo, and I understand. Que amo, that I love. Y creo arte, and create, y por lo tanto, and so. Vivo, I live! When I think of Frida Kahlo, I think of orgullo, pride. Growing up in Mexico, I wanted to know more about this woman with her mustache and unibrow, who was this artist who had unapologetically filled her paintings with old and new symbols of Mexican culture in order to tell her own story. I wasn't always so taken with Frida. When I was younger, I often found her paintings torturous and difficult to understand. The more I learned about Frida's life, the more her paintings began to take on new light for me. I finally saw that what had terrified me about Frida's images was actually her way of expressing the things she felt, feared, and wanted. Frida's life was one of muchas risas, lots of laughs, for she loved to joke and sing and curse. Born in a blue house in Coyoacan, Mexico, in 1907, young Frida could not rein in her creativity. She was a natural storyteller who often dressed up as a boy and even had an imaginary friend. But there were also many lagrimas, or tears. At age 6, she contracted polio, a very serious and then common disease that left her right leg withered for the rest of her life. When she was 18, she was in a terrible bus accident that left her body so badly mangled that she had to endure painful medical procedures for the rest of her life. While she was lying in a hospital bed recovering, she began to paint. It is thought that during her lifetime, Frida created 143 paintings, 55 of which were self-portraits. She would study her reflection in the mirror and paint herself wearing elaborate jewelry or crowned with enormous braids, ribbons, and flowers. She would paint herself accompanied by her pet monkey, Fulang Chang, her dog, Xylot, her parrot, or even her husband, the famous Mexican muralist Diego Rivera. Sometimes she would paint her head on the body of a wounded deer. Her work was proud and unafraid and introduced the world to a side of Mexican culture that had been hidden from view. As a child, while learning to draw, I would often study my own reflection in the mirror and think about Frida. Did she know how many artists she influenced with her courage and her ability to overcome her own limitations? Frida died in 1954 at the age of 47. Her body was frail, but her spirit was indomitable, and her legacy lives on. Viva Frida!